Welcome to our annual report video. Nal'ibali's strategic plan for 2023 to 2027 focuses on promoting literacy and nurturing a reading culture in South Africa. This plan addresses literacy from early childhood to foundational grades, emphasizing community involvement and digital platforms. Our vision is to give every child enriching experiences with stories and reading, supported by our mission to spark a love for stories, build language, literacy skills, and foster a lifelong reading culture. Core values like creating safe spaces, accountability, respect, teamwork, transparency, and incorporating fun into learning guide our efforts. Nal'ibali stands out by promoting reading for enjoyment and building language and literacy skills in children. We challenge the misconception that literacy learning begins at school and is solely the responsibility of teachers. Instead, we emphasize a literacy ecosystem approach that includes homes, schools, and communities. Our aim is to increase children's access to reading resources, particularly in African languages, by producing and distributing materials in all 11 official languages. Our strategy has evolved significantly, reflecting a journey of adaptation and learning to address the complex landscape of literacy development. Initially celebrated for storytelling initiatives, radio stories, book giveaways, and reading competitions, we have shifted towards a systemic approach to fostering a reading culture. Our strategic objectives focus on child literacy development and strengthening community literacy ecosystems, for early language and literacy stimulation for children from birth to 6. We upskill parents and caregivers through training programs to provide regular language and literacy stimulation at home. We support early childhood development practitioners in integrating storytelling into their curriculum. To increase reading for pleasure amongst school-age children in grade R to 3. We train teachers and assistant teachers to conduct vibrant story sessions and provide classroom libraries. We also implement story and writing festivals to stimulate the interest in reading and creative expression among children. We aim to increase community reading spaces and opportunities by establishing new reading clubs and enhancing existing ones through quality assurance and supporting mechanisms. Increasing access to reading material in various home languages. We amplify social behavior, communication, and strengthen reading cultures. We use national and provincial campaigns and engaging social media content to promote reading cultures. We produce radio stories and leverage digital platforms to provide resources and training materials. Lastly, we strengthen Nal'ibali's ability to generate and use evidence and insight by developing a comprehensive knowledge management system to collect, analyze, and disseminate information from program improvement and advocacy, sharing effective models for literacy programs. Launched in June 2023, the National Reading Barometer provides a comprehensive overview of South Africa's reading culture by consolidating various data sources into a single, easily interpretable tool. The NRB features 55 indicators across 4 key dimensions: reading ability, access to reading material, institutional framework, and reading motivation and practice. It aims to inform policy decisions, drive collective action, and inspire improvements in literacy and reading culture. Key achievements include developing and launching the NRB with a national representative sample of 4,251 respondents, releasing summary and technical reports, an explainer video, special issue briefs, and infographics. We secured 16 pieces of media coverage, reaching tens of thousands through social media campaigns. The NRB results were presented at key forums and workshops on practical applications, highlight critical gaps and opportunities in South Africa's reading culture, spurring conversations and actions aimed at improving literacy outcomes. Nal'ibali has remained a feature in SABC 1 Kids News with Young Nal'ibali Storytellers segment, creating fun 5-minute video segments of children telling stories in various South African languages, reaching 3.4 million viewers. For 9 years, Nal'ibali has delivered innovative radio material through SABC Radio, broadcasting original children's stories to 8 million listeners weekly. This year, we secured a storytime slot in 13 national radio stations, with 44 episodes airing, including repeats. The Nal'ibali Reading Virtual Communities project, launched in June 2023, aims to create virtual reading communities on WhatsApp, classified into 64 groups based on activities and languages. For World Read Aloud Day 2023, we produced Every Day is a Story by Dumishang Shongwe in 12 official South African languages. This campaign involved key partners, ECD centers, caregivers, literacy organizations, and community projects. Post-event, 84% of the 13,749 adults pledged to continue receiving stories from Nal'ibali, with events attended by thousands nationwide. In response to our expanding operations in the ECD sector and with young leaders, we developed ECD and Foundation Phase anthologies containing 20 stories each. We distributed over 2.9 million supplements and 45 new multilingual audio stories. In the Eastern Cape, Nompumelelo Primary School launched a reading center, benefiting 1,105 learners and 60 parents, while Qalasela Primary School implemented Nal'ibali methods and an after-school reading hour. Additionally, 180 ECD practitioners received training through a partner with Department of Education. In Gauteng, we partnered with the Gauteng Department of Education to support reading champions and trained staff and volunteers at African Children Feeding Scheme centers. Windybrow Market Theatre volunteers also to run daily reading club programs. In Mpumalanga, our footprint expanded through collaborations including opening a school library and edutainer, and forming a new partnership with Children's Cup. In KwaZulu-Natal, we established container libraries, transformed classrooms into libraries, collaborated with hospitals to set up reading rooms and mobile reading corners, and conducted caregiver workshops to promote reading at home. In Limpopo, we participated in International Mother Language Day celebrations, distributing materials in multiple languages. In the Western Cape, we introduced sign language into World Read Aloud Day campaigns. We celebrated World Play Day with educational games and stories and engaged with children during Child Protection Week. The Trevor Noah Foundation Community Project established 118 reading corners and distributed 7,456 books, hosting major events including World Read Aloud Day and the Kula Funda Literacy Festival. The VW Community Trust Project broadcasted 79 audio stories, established 157 new reading clubs, and hosted the second annual Kazimla Story Festival. Lesedi Trust and Letsatsi Trust community projects launched projects with Tuk Tuk libraries and trained 83 parents, conducting story writing training resulting in 59 children's stories to be published. The Izani Sifunda project distributed 78,578 books, established 75 new reading clubs, and conducted training for 45 ECD practitioners. The Lebalelo Water User Association project delivered over 52,000 supplements, registered 74 reading clubs, and published a new book, Kiliedo, featuring community stories. The Social Employment Fund employed 1,200 individuals across 91 sites, conducted extensive training and community outreach activities, established numerous new reading clubs, and distributed thousands of supplements and books. Through our projects, we have identified critical insights. Strong community involvement and support are crucial. Fun and interactive activities are necessary to foster a reading culture. Addressing community-wide barriers enhances project impact. Programs tailored to local context ensure higher engagement and relevance. Regular activities keep participants motivated and invested. Providing accessible literacy resources encourages wider participation. Inclusive participation fosters a shared goal of literacy development. Training for educators, caregivers, and community members improves literacy activity quality. And ensuring continued support and training for participants is essential. Thank you for watching and for continued support. Together, we can make a lasting difference in literacy landscape of South Africa.